you start putting a force on the handle with your hands, right? If I put a downward force on that handle, see how that club steepens? Okay. If go on. So come check this out. So this is fun. Okay.
My no backswing or my no turn?
Well, a little bit of both. Let me get it rolling there. I don't know why I skipped so far. So you really pull internal with the trail shoulder, gets way behind you. The golf club's over your head, super crossed up. I don't mind a crossed over look, right? How do you react from there? And what happens is important, right? So you get up to the top. The most important thing is there's no depth there, okay?
Meaning?
The hands. So if we look at the back of your heel, right? Good depth, your hands would be right on your heel line, maybe a little bit behind it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you could see they're over the toes, okay? When you come down, you try and shallow it. There's just no room to actually get it shallow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of really good players that get super crossed up at the top, right?
What does crossed up mean?
I'm gonna show you. Crossed up would be when you go up to the club that's pointing across the target, okay? Now, one thing you'll notice in most good players that create speed and have consistent contact from a crossed up position is they get the depth. So this is where, when I say I'll show you what it means. So in a traditional golf swing, if you're going up here, hop over there, Maxie, so you guys can see this together. If you're going up here and the hands are basically at my neck or over my head, that's a lack of depth, right? Depth would be how far you can get the hands back, you know, in relation to some part of your body. I always use the heels, okay? So if you can get the hands behind the heels of your shoe, now you have depth. Why is that important, okay? When you take a golf club, and I were to put it here, and you start putting a force on the handle with your hands, right? If I put a downward force on that handle, see how that club steepens, okay? If I put an outward force on that handle, see how it falls behind me? You frankly want to get the club falling behind you so you can just keep turning through there, okay? Through impact. You don't have the ability to do that. You sit here and you slow everything down here, and you try and get the club head behind you to here, and then you just flip your hands at it through impact. That's where that, you know, all those tops and chunks, there's no usage of your body. There's no angle retention at all, right? You're throwing arms. We need to put you in a position where you can use your body and maintain angles through impact, right? So, in order to put yourself in a position to do that, we need to get the hands farther behind you, okay? I don't hate the crossed up look, right? I've had some very good players that I've taught that have been crossed up. There's players out on tour, and Matthew Wolf's a great example of that, right? He gets crossed up, weak grip, really flexes hard, really shallows the shot behind him, and just turns through it. And if you were to look at his pre-impact position through impact, it would stack up against, you know, some of the best players that strike golf balls. So, getting you more depth. We need to feel that our body is going to turn. Now, you pull up with that trail elbow. So that would be internal shoulder rotation. You pull everything straight up and go to right here. I don't want the elbow pulling to necessarily be your lever for getting the club behind you, right? I want you to feel it's your turn, and I want you to feel like this arm is pushing more behind you in your backswing. So let's go over here and set up. First off, we're going to talk about how your body moves. Set up to imaginary. Come back to the top for a minute. So, you see how I've turned you here?
Yeah.
Now, your hands are now behind your heels, okay? You now have depth, okay? So now we have more time to get the club behind us, to shallow. We can use the forces to get the club shallowing more that way, right? Now start over for me. So you did it there, but the feel I want you to have when you're going back is that this arm puts more across your chest. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So let's see you do that without me pulling on the club. Good, good. Big turn. Do it again. Good. Now, Get a golf ball. I want you to go up there, freeze, and then I want you to try and hit it.
I feel like it pulls my head off because I don't have the flexibility to make the turn.
If your head's got to move, your head's got to move. You know, you got like there are players that have flexibility issues and stuff like that. They're compromising.
Got it.
Right. It's not going to be possible with the move you currently have without changing that to get you in a position where you're making that solid contact.
Okay.
Do it one more time. That goose didn't even budge. Turn back. Now, the next piece of this, okay? In your downswing, you push, you keep all your pressure on that back foot. Do you notice when you finish? Oh yeah. Just love it. Okay? So we're gonna fake it till we make it here. Okay? I don't care what result you have. I'm just trying to create a feel. Okay? Set up for me. Swing through the ball. Go ahead and just make a swing. Okay. So you see where you just stay there. Do it again. Okay. So you see that finish position there? Stay there.
Try it.
I know. So you see this. This is where I want you to try and get on every swing. I don't care if you whiff golf balls. I don't care if you top them, chunk them, slice them, whatever. I need you here in this finish position with every ball we hit. So get a golf ball and try and get there for me. Big turn in the backswing, then get everything forward.